Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi KanuNow. Free Nnamdi KanuNow. Nnamdi KanuNow. Our game here today is very simple. We just came to see you, to tell you that on Monday, we want to bring Nnamdi Kanu home. And we are not going to take a no for an answer. Because terrorists in this country, they can negotiate with government. Drug dealers in this country can be pardoned by the president. Murderers in this country granted pardon last week. But our brother who has not committed any drug crime known to law has been languishing in detention back and forth for 10 years. We are saying this market and other markets across the country must close down on Monday. It's not enough to close down the market. You must also join us at Aso Rock Villa. We are looking for 1 million people to march to. You cannot tell me that there are no 1 million good people in Abuja. But the good news is that people are coming from everywhere. Kaduna, Port Harcourt, Lagos, even Osun State, people just contacted us that they are coming. This is not Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba matter. This is a matter for justice. This country cannot continue to treat some people as second-class citizens. While some can get away with crime, some cannot even commit a crime. Even when they don't commit a crime, they end up detained forever. And you know me, I know them very well. You know, every week they charge me for something. So I know when I see rubbish charges, I know it. This one is #1 rubbish charge in Nigeria.
It shall be well with you.
We are inviting you Monday, please. Join us. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Obas Trading Gist. And today we are dissecting a legal and political bombshell that is set to rock Abuja this coming Monday. We are talking about the planned Free Nnamdi KanuNow protest, the police failed attempt to stop it, and the high-stake political game unfolding behind the scenes. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. For those just joining us, let us quickly set the stage. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been at the center of a decades-long agitation for an independent Biafran state. His organization and its arm wing, ESN, have been linked to significant unrest and insecurity in Nigeria's southeast region. Kanu has been in detention for a considerable period, facing charges of treasonable felony. Among others, his prolonged detention has been a flashpoint, fueling various calls for his release. Now, fast forward to the present. Enter Omoyele Sowore, a prominent activist, publisher, and indeed a politician with a clear eye on the 2027 presidential elections. Sowore has spearheaded the call for a historic march to the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja on Monday, October 20th, 2025, demanding Kanu's release under the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu Now. He assures it will be peaceful and legal. But here's where the plot thickens. The Nigerian police force, led by Inspector General Kayode Ebetokun, wasn't having it. They dispatched their lawyers to the Federal High Court in Abuja, moving an ex parte motion against Sowore. Their goal to legally preempt and stop the planned demonstration before it even began. However, in a significant development on Friday, Justice Umar of the Federal High Court, Abuja, refused to grant the police motion. The judge declined to immediately restrain the protest, insisting that the opposing side, Sowore, must be heard. Instead, Justice Omar instructed the police to formally serve notice of their application on Sowore and adjourn the case until Tuesday for a proper contested hearing. Reacting to this judicial decision, Sowore quickly took to his X handle, affirming the court's decision as a massive victory for civil liberty. He essentially doubled down, confirming that the Monday protest will proceed as scheduled, unconstrained by any court order. This set the stage for a potentially high-profile confrontation between protesters and the security agencies around the presidential villa this coming Monday. The outcome of Tuesday's adjourned hearing will be determined the next legal step regarding the protest's long-term legality. Now, let's pivot to the political elephant in the room, because this is where it gets really interesting and frankly a bit complex. As many of you know, Omoyele Sowore is not just an activist. He is a declared politician aspiring to run for the Nigerian's president come 2027. So, the crucial question we must ask is, could this demand for Nnamdi Kanu's release be a calculated political maneuver, a ploy to garner votes from the Igbos, particularly those in the southeast, who feel strongly about Kanu's plight? On the surface, it might seem like a straightforward civil rights issue. However, we cannot simply forget the devastating consequences of Nnamdi Kanu's past orders and the actions of IPOB and ESN in the southeast. We've witnessed widespread unrest, crippling insecurity, and a significant economic downturn in the region. Many innocent civilians have lost their lives. Economic activities have been severely crippled, and tragically, military and police officers have been killed by ESN operatives. These are not minor details. They are deeply painful wounds for countless families. So, if Sowore's motive is indeed to leverage this demand for political gain, what about those who lost loved ones by Kanu's orders? Who will give them justice? Who will speak for the victims of the violence that stemmed from the very agitation he is now championing for release? This isn't just about freeing a political prisoner. It is about acknowledging the complex web of pain, loss, and the quest for justice that surrounds this entire issue. It raises profound ethical questions about political ambition intersecting with profound national trauma. The court's refusal to stop protest is a win for civil liberties and the right to peaceful assembly, no doubt. But the political implications, especially given Sowore's presidential aspirations, are immense. It forces us to look beyond the immediate headline and consider the deeper motivation and the wider societal impact. What does this mean for national unity, for accountability, and for the future of political discourse in Nigeria? Alright, let's get into my critical take on this entire hashtag Free Nnamdi KanuNow protest. On one hand, you have the fundamental right to protest, a bedrock of any democracy, no doubt, and the court upholding that right is in itself a significant victory for civil liberties. Activists like Omoyele Sowore championing such causes are crucial for keeping power in check. However, we cannot and must not ignore the elephant in the room, Sowore's undeniable political ambition. He is an aspiring presidential candidate for the 2027. To view his demand for Nnamdi Kanu's release in isolation from his political contest would be frankly naive. The demand to free Nnamdi Kanu resonates deeply within certain segments of the Igbo population, and it's entirely plausible that this is a strategic play to cultivate a significant voting bloc for his future political endeavors. But here's my real criticism. Political maneuvering on an issue so deeply scared with violence and loss is morally ambiguous at best. We are talking about a region, the southeast, that has endured immense suffering. Innocent civilians have been killed, businesses shuttered, and the economic lifestyle severely crippled due in no small part to the actions and orders emanating from the very group Nnamdi Kanu leads. Military and police officers have paid the ultimate price. Where is the justice for those victims? Who represent their voices? When a political figure champions the release of a leader whose actions have demonstrably led to such devastation without a robust acknowledgement of or a plan for justice for the victims, it creates a profound moral vacuum. It suggests that political expediency might be overriding the severe human cost. While freedom of expression is vital, It's equally vital to scrutinize the motives behind such movements, especially when they intersect with deeply painful national wounds and high-stakes political aspirations. It is a complex issue, but we must ask, at what point does the pursuit of votes overshadow the urgent need for justice, healing, and accountability for all Nigerians? That's my critical take. This story is far from over. The protest on Monday will certainly be a talking point, and the court hearing on Tuesday will add another layer to this unfolding drama. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Sowore's action? Do you see it as a fight for justice or a political calculation? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more incisive analysis. Until next time, stay informed and stay critical.